So I know this is something I've been putting off for quite a while, and it's not easy for me to talk about, and it's definitely bittersweet, but I quit prep. And I'm gonna preface this by saying nothing bad happened. It wasn't like anything traumatic in life or anything my coaches did. My coaches are awesome, I love them so much. But essentially what happened is my season started back in December, and I prepped all the way until May 27th for my first show. And that's a pretty long prep in itself. I think it was about 25 weeks from the start of prep to the first show. And feedback at that first show was that I needed to come in leaner. And so from the feedback that I had to come in leaner, I still had about 3 weeks to really push into junior nationals. I ended up dropping another 4 pounds, and the feedback at junior nationals was I still had to come in a little bit leaner. So what I should have done is I should have pushed the next 2 weeks hard into Universe, but I made the decision a little bit too late, and so the next option was having to do USAs instead, which was 6 weeks from junior nationals into USAs. And by the time I started that prep, I was getting pretty burnt out from the length of prep itself. So I got like 1-2 weeks into that prep, and I was just like not hitting things 100%, very unmotivated, super low energy. Like it would hit 6 p.m. and I would just feel like a straight up potato. So I just wasn't mentally in it anymore. I was checked out by that point. And it's hard to be in prep that long. You have to be super rigid when you're in a prep. Like everything has to be on point. You live at the gym, you have to do a lot of cardio. Yeah, your training has to be on point. Your nutrition has to be on point. You have to go to sleep and get your 8 hours at least so your body responds well. So it's a lot. And in order to balance like social life, relationships with competition prep can be pretty challenging. And to do that over a period of 6 months, it was just a little bit unrealistic for me. I wasn't mentally prepared enough for my season to go that long. And even though part of me wishes I just, stuck it out and pushed on the 30 days to bring the leanness that they wanted, as soon as I made that decision, which was a really hard decision, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders for real. I moved to OC back in November. I started prep in December, and so I've been living here 7 months now, and I have not been able to experience any of it. I haven't had the chance to nurture new relationships, explore like what's around, because I just didn't have energy, And I am very much an introvert, so being in prep and being low on energy just gives me that extra excuse to just, be a potato, not leave my bed, all of that. And so even though this decision was very bittersweet for me, I am really looking forward to enjoying this season of life. I have a few trips planned. I'm excited to finally just get stronger in the gym again, PR my squat, all my big lifts, which I really love and enjoy. And then the plan after this is just to do the same thing next year. So probably start prep again like the beginning of 2024, and then prep into probably junior USAs this time, junior nationals, Universe, just hit all of those, which are really close together. And the cool thing is I won't have to requalify because I did place at junior nationals, so I'm already qualified for all of the national shows for next year, which is pretty sweet. So I can just prep straight on into those shows and just get to business. And now we have a much better idea of where my body needs to be at conditioning wise and weight wise, so that we can really bring the judges what they want to see from me. And then I'll also be a lot more mentally prepared as far as like what's expected, and further refreshed from a good quality off season and season of life. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your guys' support all the time. Like every message, every comment, it really means the world to me, and you don't understand how big of a difference it makes. So thank you guys, and thank you for continuing to support me along my journey.